Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more Mass Effect. Alright, well we are here and we're going to go ahead and take out Cerberus's headquarters, or at least, well, not their headquarters, but one of their main bases, as we have discovered from the poor Rear Admiral that didn't quite make it. Also, to my apologies for not getting an episode out yesterday. Moving family from house to house can be rather busy, and unfortunately that does also mean that, you know, to take your time properly, that some things sometimes get a little bit too busy. So yes, we did miss that episode, but I'm sure that you can forgive me, as it is just one of those realities of life. But either way, let's go ahead and see what we've got ahead of us. Looks like we've got some Cerberus. Ooh.
Lost shields.
Oh.
Enemies everywhere.
Some Cerberus shenanigans going on. Looks like there's a sniper back down there. But either way, let's go ahead. We'll go ahead and boost up our shields. Let's go ahead and... what to do? You know what? Let's have you use your barrier. Let's go ahead and we will... Actually, let's go full defensive just for a quick second. We should... be able to handle that fairly well. Alright, we've also got a couple of guys over here. Let's go ahead and we'll lift you up. We'll go ahead and we'll use some warp as well. We'll go into overkill, jettison all the heat that we have. Oh, and
I will destroy
nowhere
you.
for him. Let's see. Let's also go ahead and let's try some neural shock. That's always a fun one. And then just for... yeah, we'll throw you around as well. That'll be a great combo. Oh, and there you go. Quick and easy. Alright. Oh, looks like we got someone else over here. Let's try some carnage, and you can throw, and then we'll focus. You know what? We'll go ahead and make our way around the left-hand side here. We'll try and get out of the way of that sniper. Whoop. Looks like he's being a little bit difficult, but that shouldn't be anything too bad. Fire off all of those. You know what? There was a sniper in the back. Let's go ahead and stasis him. And then we'll go ahead and... You know what? There's still a couple more on the field. Let's just go ahead and stasis both of these people. Make sure that we have a fairly minimal fight. And it looks like there's one more sniper over here. Let's go ahead and get close. Alright, let's see. What do we do again? You know what? Let's go ahead and use some more neural shock. And... carnage. There we go. That should be a pretty decent combo. Alright, and now let's outflank this sniper.
I will destroy you.
And I think... oh no, we still have one more left. Still has full shields, but I'm sure not for very long. Whereabouts are you? There we go. Let's go ahead and try out... no, let's just lift you up and make that a bit easier. There we have it. Alright. Easy pickings. Easy pickings. Alright, so, either way, let's go ahead and make our way through. Looks like we've got a control panel or something that we need to access on the map. We'll head over there. That said, though, I'm curious as to see what else they might have hidden around, so let's go ahead and have a bit of a look. Plenty of storage lockers. Let's go ahead and see what we can get. Oh, some new pistols. That's very nice. All level 9 and 10. That is quite nice. And then... what else? More sniper rifles, assault rifles. Oops. That didn't quite work. Oops. There we have it. Alright, that'll do. And the last one. And I think... yeah, that should turn into a good amount of money. I'm not sure if we need too many more. Upgrade kits, let's make sure that we take everything we can. Better tungsten rounds, sledgehammer rounds, all good things. Do we need any Medigel? No. Alright, but we will go ahead and break this open anyway. I thought it was just a first aid station, but it looks like medium armor and a new Omni tool. Never a bad thing. Okay, and let's go ahead and see what's down the other side. Alright, what have we got? No one. Alright then. Well, we'll clear out the aid station. What else is there? There's a terminal. Just double checking there's nothing else here. I don't want this place to be rigged to blow if intruders are here or something along those lines. But you cautiously press a few buttons and an alarm chimes. The optical database is flashing itself. Quickly you copy as many files as you can onto your hardsuit's internal computer. Its memory wiped, the computer shuts down. The files are sure to be encrypted, but you've got time to crack them. Okay, well, we got some archive files. That should be good. Hopefully that gives the Alliance something to work on. Was that everything that we need? Yeah, I think that is everything. So let's head on back to the Normandy. A little bit quicker of a fight than I thought it was going to be. I thought it could have been a little bit more complicated, but you know what? No complaints in that. Alright, so let's go ahead and see. Oh, actually, before we do go ahead and return to the Normandy, we'll make sure that we have the proper equipment for our squad members. We've picked up a fair few things, so you never know. It could be worth double checking. Alright, so what have we got? Let's take all. Do we need anything? I don't think we do, and in fact, you know what? 230, that's pretty minimal. We'll go ahead and delete, mark this for sale. That should be all good. My goodness, we have a lot of assault rifles. Let's see, 308, we can drop that. Anything in the 200s can definitely go. Okay, so we'll get rid of those. And then I guess we'll keep the 315. Alright, shotguns. Anything else? 314. You know what? That's a nice upgrade. We don't need too many shots. Let's go ahead and we'll take that one. And then anything else? Oh, you know what? There's a lot of fairly low-rated shotguns. We might go ahead and drop those off again. That's almost 100 below where we're at right now. I don't think that's particularly useful. Then what have we got here? 320. You know what? That is proper Spectre gear. I suppose we should use that. And then let's see about everything else. That looks alright. What have we got here? Sniper rifle. Yeah, more damage isn't a bad thing. Grenades. I think we're pretty well set on our high explosive 8. Unless they've got a greater one. No, I think we'll just stick with what we've got. Yep. And then armor-wise, we don't really need the mediums. Everybody who can wear armor has either heavy armor or pretty decent light armor. Actually, we might double check and see if Ashley needs the Titan 9 here. 280 could be an improvement for her. It's been a bit since we've checked in on the armor situation there. Alright, Caden, what about you? You're all good with that? Biotics, Omni Tools. Actually, you know what? It's not the worst, but again, I don't think it really makes a difference. This tech cooldown, again, also not that great. I think we'll just mark that for deletion. I doubt that's going to be better for anybody else. And then I don't think we need anything outside of really your assault rifle, which you've already got maxed out. Alright, so I think we should be fine here. 330. Yeah, I think we should be fine. And then, of course, shotguns at 336. Yep. We are well and truly happy with what we have, so we will leave that be. Although, hang on a second, yep, we did have some extra armor. We'll go ahead and take the upgrade. That is very nice, and then I suppose we can mark that for sale. Alright, fantastic. Let's go ahead and head back to the Normandy. I don't think that there's anything else on the map that we need. We've got the debris, we've got all of these things, so yeah, let's go ahead and make it back. Alright, so what we were planning on doing in the last episode is we did hear of a Dr. Salion from Garrus, and I think that that is a fairly important thing for us to pursue. So we'll go ahead and have a look. This is, we need to head to some coordinates. He did send them to our nav computer, so we'll go ahead and chase that down. So there is basically a scientist who has been developing organs inside vulnerable people and basically harvesting them and whatever else. Bad guy in the end. So, we need to go to the Herschel system in the Kelper Verge. So, Kelper and Herschel, that should be fine.
Transmission coming in, Commander. I think you're going to want to hear this one.
Greetings, Commander Shepard. I represent a party interested in obtaining information on Cerberus activities.
Who are you, and who do you represent?
Who I am is inconsequential. Suffice to say, I am an agent for the Shadow Broker. You see, Admiral Kahoku contacted my employer looking for information on the location of any Cerberus facilities. We provided that information on the promise that he would turn over copies of all files gathered from the Cerberus systems to us.
You must have some connection to Cerberus. How else could you tell Kahoku where to find them?
Information is our business, Commander. Through our contacts, we were able to determine that the Cerberus group was active in the Voyager cluster. Unfortunately, that was all we were able to find out. That is why we are so interested in acquiring copies of the files from you.
Did you have anything to do with Admiral Kahoku ending up dead?
We had no reason to harm him. He was going to provide us with information about Cerberus. Information that is now in your possession.
These are classified Alliance files. I'm not handing them over to you.
Be reasonable, Commander. Cerberus was operating outside Alliance jurisdiction. You don't owe them any loyalty. The Alliance is just going to file this information away in some archive. No secret stays hidden forever. Eventually, someone somewhere will deliver it into our hands. Might as well be you. Transmit the files to us and you will be well compensated.
What are you gonna do with this information?
Information is a commodity. It can be bought, sold, or traded. Why my employer desires this information is not my concern. I am only the buyer.
Okay, so you know what? I don't really trust this person, but it's asking for a copy, and realistically, this Cerberus group is pretty bad. I feel like if they have some enemies that want to take them down, I'm not opposed to helping them out, so yeah, maybe a little bit grey, but we're gonna go ahead and say it sounds good.
I'll transmit the files.
I knew you were a reasonable woman, Commander. My employer will remember this the next time you need something from us.
Okay, that sounds rather good. Unfortunately, I just need to take a quick second. Looks like there's a storm here and I need to close some windows of my home, so I'll be back in 1 second. Okay, so that is now done. Now I can go ahead and we can focus on what we need to. So we were going to head to the Kelper Verge, I believe it was. Yeah, there we are. And we need to head down to Herschel. Okay, fantastic. We'll go ahead and we'll fly on over there. And we'll do all of that. Alright, so, let's see. Where is this fellow hiding out? Oh, okay, so it looks like he's on a ship. Okay, good to know. We'll go ahead and we will do a quick search of the asteroids. Again, we never know what we may find. We'll also go ahead and check out some of these planets. I think we've almost finished the UNC mission for surveying different minerals, metals, and... apparently we missed a rocky asteroid. Okay, well, I'm glad we double-checked that. That's always nice. And then what about over here? Anything else? No. Okay. Well then, let's go ahead and we'll check on the planet. Nothing of note. And then let's head to the MSV Fidel. Yeah, the Fideli, I don't know, it doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and board. So, let's see. Private owner, Dr. R. Hart. That's right, he did change his name, but just a sick joke, realistically. Okay, so, Garrus, you get to come with us. After all, this is your mission. And then... well, you know what? We did speak of needing to, what do we call it? Check up with, make sure that everyone has current gear. So we'll go ahead and bring Ashley along with us. We'll quickly go ahead and spend a couple of talent points, and it has been a while since Ashley has made it into the field. We'll go ahead and we'll go for the... I'm tempted to go... Yeah, reduces health damage by 90%. That said though, as much as I like this, I like the idea of maybe even maxing out the shotguns just for point-blank range damage. I think that could be really fun. Or at least very effective. Yeah, you know what? I'm tempted by the massive damage increases, so we'll go ahead and we'll take those points. We're not too far off another level up, which is nice. So that'll be good. We'll just go ahead and see that she has proper equipment. 336 is quite nice. Geth Pulse Armory, so again, no upgrades associated. You know what? We'll go ahead and we'll switch to that one. Shotgun wise, we have just boosted up those skills there, so a 314 should be solid. I don't think that there's anything else worth noting, except that for deletion. Alright, what have we got here? We have Combat Scanner 6. Let's go ahead and we'll boost up. Let's go with the Scram Rail, that'll be fine. High explosive rounds for extra damage. Yeah, I think that sounds rather fun. And then what else do we have? Could go for frictionless materials. Or we could go for another Scram Rail just for some silly damage output. And I feel like that sounds like a bit of fun. Although, you know what? The weapon stability, maybe a little bit of that wouldn't be bad, given that she can get a couple of shots off. Make sure that they do hit their target. Pistol wise, we'll go ahead and... what is that? 239. It's unlikely that she'll necessarily need the very best. Let's go with the stiletto, because again, we have other characters who need better pistols. Let's see, sledgehammer rounds, that should be fine. We will maintain that. We will go ahead and throw on, say, a slightly better combat scanner, as well as a... we'll just do some weapon stability just for kicks and giggles. Sniper rifle, let's go ahead and give that a boost. She doesn't need the best. Again, she doesn't really use this. And tungsten rounds, I suppose that's... Actually, you know, let's just go with... let's see. Extra weapons force, I think that could be good. We'll go ahead and we'll give that to her. Again, I don't think we really need much else. We'll go with the... improved sighting for better accuracy, and the other one can go for, you know what, another scanner. That should be fine. Actually, you know what? The scanner doesn't even make a difference, not at that range. Let's just add on the rail. And then armor-wise, let's just double check. I feel like she has the best armor. No, there's one more. We can go ahead and we'll pass on the upgrades. Alright, so now that that's done, we'll go ahead and we'll mark that old one, and that should be everything. So, let's go ahead and see what lies ahead. I'm assuming things may not go too friendly, so let's draw some weapons. We'll go ahead and Ashley can use the shotgun. Garrus, I think we'll leave on the sniper rifle for now. It's a little close quarters, but I feel like he's a decent enough shot, and it's a pretty powerful weapon. Alright, let's see what's going on. This looks like a bit of a a bit of a death trap. Okay, you know what? Let us switch over to a shotgun as well. I feel like it's more appropriate. Oh. Have we got enemies straight away? Oh, test subject. Hang on a second.
More than cloning organs.
Those look like the Thorian. Yep, those are Thorian creepers. Alright, that was a little close, but it works. Go ahead and we'll blow that open. Oh, where are you? Poor little test subject. Doesn't look great, but we'll deal with it. And then no other signs. Yeah, something's definitely a little bit wacky here. This doctor has been doing things he definitely should not have been doing. Even if he was somehow misconstrued as the unethical fellow. Yeah, something's clearly gone quite wrong. Alright, nothing off to the left nor right. Oh, wait. Maybe.
Thank you. Thank you for saving me from those things.
Commander, that's him. That's Dr. Saleon.
What? My name is Hart. Dr. Hart. Please, get me out of here.
Are you sure it's him?
Positive. There's no escape this time, Doctor. I'd harvest your organs first, but we don't have the time.
You're crazy. He's crazy! Please, don't let him do this to me.
This is my kill, Garrus.
You're all crazy!
What was that, Shepard?
Never hesitate when you've got the enemy in your sights, Garrus.
Point taken. Well, I guess we're done here.
Huh. Okay, Saleon's medical equipment is stained with the blood of many species, pale blue, violet, orange, and more than a few dark red. But his work ended here. Time to head back to the Normandy. Wow. Okay. Well, we did let Garrus take the shot. So, yeah. I don't believe we were wrong. Yeah, I thought the guy might have tried to surrender or something, but, yeah, I guess, well, I guess you don't necessarily choose how all things end. Biotic amp, that is nice. We'll take 2 of those. It's not very often that we find amps around. And then, I guess we'll go ahead and see if we can, get into some of this other stuff. Could be rather nice. As to why a medical doctor needed all of these things, I do not know. But yeah, it's not exactly our problem anymore. Alright, so that should do. I think we'll go ahead and double check the other door control just to be on the safe side. And that's, yeah, there's nothing left. Okay, well, I guess that's done and dusted. I guess Garrus is going to be fairly happy that we dealt with him. And honestly, we'd already heard enough. We already knew what was going on. And at the end of the day, we trust Garrus. So we'll go ahead and we'll call it there. Alright, well. Let's leave. I guess we should probably check in with Garrus now that we've finished his mission. You never know, he might have something to say. So we'll go ahead and we'll make our way down there and see how everything goes. And you know what? We've also had a fair bit of money come to us. So since we have docked at a different planet here and all that, maybe there's also some better gear from our
Looking for
requisition
supplies?
officer. We'll go ahead and
You
quickly
bet,
double
man.
check. Level 10s. It's all compared to us. 258, 239. Yeah, not a huge amount of use. Heavy armor. I guess that's the same as what we've got. Maybe that could be good to hand over to Ashley. Yeah, maybe we go ahead and we purchase that. Let's go ahead and buy. Again, it's not like money is particularly troublesome at this point for us. We have lots and lots of cash on hand. Let's see, another biotic amp. I don't think that's particularly good. Sniper rifles, shotguns. Yeah, very much of a muchness. So I guess at that point then, I guess we keep on moving on. Yeah, and then there's just some really bad stuff. Although, you know what, let's go ahead and sell all of our junk. That'll make our life a little bit quicker as far as finding our upgrades that we do want. Alright, let's see how Garrus feels about that.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Something bothering you?
It's Saren. I'm starting to wonder whether we'll ever find him. He's always one step ahead of us, and he's got those damn Geth.
We're getting close, Garrus. We'll find him.
I wish I had your confidence. I just can't stand the thought of him getting away with everything he's done. I know you're doing everything you can, and if anyone can catch him, it's you, but if there's anything else I can do to help, anything, just tell me what you want me to do, and I'll do it.
I understand your concern, but we will find him. Just make sure you're ready to go when we do.
Yes, ma'am. You can count on me. Thanks for hearing me out. I appreciate it. Can I ask you something, Commander?
What is it?
Are you worried that the Council might be protecting Saren? I mean, they were really dragging their heels before. What if we find him, bring him back to the Citadel, and they refuse to act?
I get the feeling this isn't a question. Speak your mind, Garrus.
Well, maybe we shouldn't give them the chance, Commander. In my opinion, Saren's too dangerous to be kept alive. Too much could happen. He could escape, or the Council might let him go. If we find him, when we find him, I say we make sure we stop him permanently.
It'll depend on the situation. I'm not committing to anything until I've got him in my sights.
Fair enough. Either way, I'm right behind you, Commander.
Okay, so, good little chat there. You know what? We haven't actually had a chat to Tali, and she is, yeah, a little bit further away from the others, so it's a bit easier to miss talking to her. Let's see what she thinks with everything.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me, especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth it feels like we're not even moving, and the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's died or an air filter shut down. I guess you don't have to worry about that here. But old habits die hard. But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have till it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them, but maybe they just wanted a different life.
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually, but we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
I should go.
See you later.
Alright, well, she seems rather happy. That is rather good, even if she's a little bit homesick at the end of the day. You know, I think you can respect her position. After all, it's not exactly a small thing that she's going through on her pilgrimage. Let's see, do we want to have a chat to Rex, or do we have a chat to Ashley? You know what? Let's have a quick chat to Rex, see if that, and then we might go ahead and see about another mission.
What do you want, Shepard?
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed. I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up, to stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. but he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. They told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes, a meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from and where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
Sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Jared was your father?
He was, until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Wow, that's quite the story. Alright, well, either way, we still do have plenty of things to do, so we'll quickly head on up, and we will catch up with Ashley at some point. But again, we need to see about getting more missions done. There is always more work for us. That said, we also should probably check in with Joker too, because at the end of the day, he is our pilot, so he's more than just a part of the crew. Alright, but either way, let's go ahead and have a bit of a look at our journal. Any other assignments? We do have a besieged base. Hang on a second. That seems a little bit weird. We've just got to drop this off. Okay. So we need to go back to the Citadel, and apparently we still have the besieged base, so we need to get to the medical base. Fanatics have taken over a medical station and drugged innocent researchers to serve as human shields. Eliminate the biotics. I feel like we've done this, but it clearly says that we have not. So, let's see. Hades Gamma, and then the Caucus, or the Caucus. I'm not really 100% sure. Alright then, on Co. Alright, we'll go ahead and make our way back there. So Hades Gamma. Yeah, I thought we'd already finished that mission, but I guess maybe I got lost in there, or who knows exactly what it was. So yeah, here we are, Hades Gamma. There we go. Let's go ahead and travel over there. Either that or we did another side mission and we got distracted and never made it over there. Actually, yes, I think that maybe is what happened. I feel like there was some, I feel like there was some kind of, maybe we got caught up with Cerberus instead? Yeah, but either way, we'll go ahead and we'll move here. We'll go ahead and land. Yeah, clearly there's still something to do. Whether we've missed a point or not, we'll have to figure out. Alright, so, let's bring... I don't know, let's bring Tali and Caden. That's a different combo than what we've had for a little bit. That should be fine. Let's go ahead and jump on down. And yeah, we'll see exactly why that mission is still calling us, because I would have sworn we were already done. But, you know, one step at a time, we cannot get too hasty. That said though, I did forget to double check whether we had actually got everything sorted. Alright, so it looks like we have an anomalous signal. Okay, I'm guessing we've never actually checked out this place before. Well, I guess, yeah, we still need to double check all of the planets before we leave. There's probably some goods somewhere that we have missed and for all of a minute or two's work. We should probably make sure that we can collect everything that there is, especially too if that is our final, I believe it's gas, the final gas deposit that we need for our UNC mission. That should surely give us a solid boost of, solid boost of XP. Alright, let's be careful about that fuel tank. We do not want to blow ourselves up. Let's see, tech kit, logic arrest tool and an omni tool. Matriarch writings. It looks like someone has been living in this place. That small crate held some stellar food and one of the matriarch lingers writing. It's still in fairly good condition, unlike the food. Alright, well that's nice. Let's see if we can decrypt what is here. Oh, hang on a second. Oh, and we can almost, there we go. Get that sorted. Alright, and more matriarch writings. Okay, it's not clear who owns this container, but you've discovered one of the writings inside. Huh. Alright, clearly a very good place for us to find things. Oh, come on. Alright, alright, we can go ahead and get that done. More writings? Bad shape, but it's still intact. You know what? It counts. Let's go ahead and deactivate this transmitter. Close to the transmitter, your comms pick up a recording of a wistful string quartet. You power down the system. Whoever lived here, they haven't been back for some time. The crates are covered with Kahuhi's chalky dust, and the status lights of the shack indicate atmosphere ran out long ago. Huh. Well then, I guess we're definitely in the right place. I'm guessing the fuel tank was keeping this place warm or cool or whatever have you. We'll go ahead and we'll make our way to the debris. That's probably advisable, and then we'll work our way back towards the scientific base. Yeah, if there are crazy biotics, we should probably see what we can do there. Actually, speaking of which, yeah, maybe we shouldn't have brought Tali. She may not have been the best choice, given that she's more Geth AI tech and all of that. But you know what? We should be fine. At the end of the day, all of our crew are good, so I'm not super concerned. Alright. Well, what do we see? You know what? This looks like a dangerous place. I never like the look of these wide open fields. It's just asking for trouble. Either an ambush, a thresher maw, or who knows. I suppose the Geth could launch an attack as well. Not that they've been sighted out here, but you never know. We have seen them around where they don't belong. Alright, and what do we see? Doesn't look like there's much else. We'll make our way around. And what is that? Some kind of crashed probe? No. What is it? What is it classed as? Oh, it's a probe. Huh, okay. Fair enough then. I guess all planets need to be somewhat explored at some point. Combat optics and high explosive rounds. Very nice. Let's go and then make our way out of here. So that's most of the map covered, so I doubt that there's going to be anything for us to collect. Yeah, I'm not expecting to find any deposits or whatever have you, but you never know. Actually, you know what? That definitely looks like a trap. Let's just quick save, just so we don't have to do this again. Oh no, and there is a deposit out here too. Yeah. There it is. There's the pressure ball. Alright, so sensory tentacles. Let's make sure that we kill those. Almost hit it with the main cannon. Being chased by this thing, and I don't like the look of that. Main gun overheated. It looks like we got them all. Oh, speed boost, please, and thank you. Alright, well. Let's see, come on. Oh, alright, we managed to dodge a lot of that. Still need to be careful though. This thing decides to turn around. Could definitely cause us trouble. I thought then for a second he wasn't going to pop up. Alright, well, that's that. 80 grand is not a small amount of money. So, oh, we're not actually near the destination. This is just a random point of interest. Yeah, no, that does look like a random point of interest. Okay. Well, you know what? We might as well go ahead and we will mark the deposit, since we may as well. Again, no point in saying no to free XP and money. So let's see. Just quickly jump on through. Another heavy metal is done and done. And then that should mean... Oh, it's just on the other side of the hill. Okay, so there is the compound. I guess we'll go ahead and we can clear that out. I don't think it's going to take us particularly long, so I suppose we may as well just go ahead and see what we can see. Yeah, alright, so you know what, we'll go ahead and we'll quickly finish up there. Alright, let's go ahead and... oh, actually, you know what? Oh, you never know. It could be a little bit longer. We'll call it here. Yep, we'll call it here for today. We'll come back and we will see exactly what the biotics are doing. But if you do want to see that, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future episodes. And yeah, I will see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.